Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dreamers and doubters, broke billionaires and billionaire minds trapped in broke wallets. Listen carefully. Today, I'm not just here to talk to you. I'm here to challenge the part of you that's been hiding, the part that's been too comfortable, the part that's been making excuses instead of making moves. I'm not here to offend anyone. Truly, I respect every journey. But I am here to offend your excuses. I am here to disturb your fears, interrupt your doubts, and provoke your potential. You've been lying to yourself for too long, and I think it's time we had a little real talk. So buckle up. This is not a TED Talk with soft lighting and polished applause. This is the conversation you didn't know you needed, the one that might just wake you up. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Rich people are not always the smartest. Poor people are not always the laziest. But here's what separates them. Rich people take risks. Poor people fear regret. That's the line in the sand. You thought it was about talent? You thought it was about connections or luck? Luck is just what lazy people call the hard work they didn't see. The truth is, when rich-minded people see opportunities, they say, why not me? When poor-minded people see the same thing, they say, what if it doesn't work? Fear dresses itself up as wisdom, but don't be fooled. It's still fear. So let's go on a journey. Let's dive deep into this mindset shift, and let's have some fun doing it. Because if you're going to change your life, at least laugh a little before you cry from growth. When I started Alibaba, I didn't know anything about the internet. I typed internet into my computer, and it showed me a list. I thought, wow, so many things. Then I typed beer. America had beer. Germany had beer. China, no beer. I was shocked. But instead of saying, oh no, China is behind, I said, good, that means there's a gap. That means opportunity. That's a risk mindset. A poor mindset says, if nobody in China drinks beer online, maybe we shouldn't try. A rich mindset says, nobody's doing it? Great. First mover advantage. Let me ask you, are you waiting for others to do it first so you can follow? Or are you brave enough to try, fail, and laugh about it later? Fear makes you freeze. Risk makes you run. You cannot run toward your dream while sitting on your couch analyzing your fears with potato chips in your hand. Let's be honest, fear is dramatic. Poor people fear failure like it's death. They say things like, what if I start and lose everything? What if I invest and it doesn't work? What if they laugh at me? Let me tell you, nobody is laughing at you because you failed. They're laughing because you never even tried. I once told a young man, why don't you start a small e-commerce business? He said, Jack, I'm afraid it might fail. I asked, what are you doing now? He said, nothing. I said, so you're already failing. You can fail while doing nothing, or you can fail while building something. Which one do you prefer? One gives you stories, the other gives you regrets. Fear is like that friend who always wants to hang out but never pays for anything. Kick it out. Let's talk honestly, brutally if necessary. Poor people more often than not make decisions based on one goal, security. Their mindset revolves around minimizing loss, avoiding risk, and surviving. That's why they chase stable jobs, safe routines, and predictable outcomes. It's why the goal is often to not go broke rather than get truly wealthy. They plan their lives like a chess game where the only objective is not to lose their queen, but they forget that winning is also part of the game. Rich people, on the other hand, operate with a completely different mindset. They plan not based on fear, but based on possibility. They look at life like a map of opportunities. Each risk is a road that might lead to something greater. While poor-minded individuals ask, what's the safest job I can get? Rich-minded thinkers ask, what problem can I solve that will create value at scale? One chases stability. The other chases growth. One is obsessed with job titles. The other is obsessed with leverage. The poor man says, I want a job with benefits. The rich man says, I want to build something that benefits others. Now let's be clear. I'm not suggesting you quit your job today and throw your savings into some shiny crypto coin hoping to become a millionaire by Monday. No, that's not boldness. That's financial suicide in a business suit. True risk is measured, calculated, and intentional. It begins with changing how you think. A possibility mindset asks, what if this works? A fear mindset asks, what if I lose? Let me tell you, if you lose, you gain experience. If you win, you gain results. Either way, you grow. So really, where is the loss? Risk is not something you wake up and do one day like brushing teeth. You build your risk tolerance like a gym builds your muscles. When I started Alibaba, I had no money, no background, and no hope that CNN would ever talk about me. My English was from tourists. My business plan was, let's see what happens. But I trained my wrist muscles. And you know what I discovered? Every risk I took made me bolder. Every fear I faced became smaller. Eventually, I became the man who smiled in the face of uncertainty like a crazy person. Today, people see my confidence and say, Jack, you were always fearless. No, I was always willing. Big difference. You know why most poor people don't start businesses? Not because they don't have money, but because they don't want Uncle Wong at the family dinner to say, why are you doing this funny online thing? Go get a real job. They're afraid of looking stupid. Let me give you advice from experience. Be brave enough to look stupid before you become brilliant. I looked stupid so many times. When I pitched Alibaba, 27 investors rejected me. They said, you don't even understand technology. You're an English teacher. I said, exactly. That's why I need your money. They laughed. I risked rejection again and again. Today, they're not laughing. Don't fear looking foolish. Fear staying average. Risk takers invest in things that grow. Knowledge, businesses, skills. Fear-driven people invest in things that shrink. Clothes, phones, social status. You see a man with an iPhone 19, but he's afraid to start a business because I don't have enough capital. Capital? You have enough capital in your sneakers to start a Shopify store. This is the poverty trap. Fear of losing status keeps people stuck in status quo. Let me tell you, my first office looked like a noodle shop. I didn't have Gucci. I had guts. Now I wear suits. But I didn't buy them to look rich. I bought them because now I am rich. Not just in money, but in mindset. Fear loves perfection. It tells you, wait until the website is perfect. Wait until you have more savings. Wait until the kids are grown. You wait so long, your opportunity dies of boredom. Risk says, start now, adjust later. When we launched Alibaba, our website looked like it was made by a high school student during lunch break. Our English was broken, but we launched. You can fix a bad plan. You can't fix a dream you never started. Perfect is the enemy of progress. Start ugly, grow beautiful. Let me give you a future scenario. You're 85 years old, sitting on a rocking chair, talking to your grandson. He asks, Grandpa, what did you build? And you say, I had a great idea once, but I was afraid to try. He will nod, but inside you will cry. Do you want that? Regret is heavier than failure. You can laugh at failure. You can't laugh at what you never tried. Take the risk now so you can smile. This one shift changes everything. Poor people always ask, what if it doesn't work? Rich people ask, what if it works so well I need to hire help? Your vision must be bigger than your version of fear. When I built Alibaba, I imagined a platform that would help small businesses in China sell globally. I didn't know how. I just knew why. That why pulled me through the how. So stop running away from failure. Run toward your vision. You want to know something downright hilarious? Something so ridiculous, yet so painfully accurate? Fear has never achieved anything. Not one single thing. It has no success story, no awards, no testimonials. Fear has never launched a business, never written a bestseller, never built a skyscraper, never created an app, and certainly never inspired a generation. And yet, brace yourself, we treat fear like it's a life coach with a PhD in success. Now picture this with me. Imagine a motivational speaker named Fear. Yes, Fear is standing on stage at a packed seminar, spotlight on, microphone in hand, thousands in the audience, eager to be inspired. Fear clears its throat and says, hello everyone, I've never tried anything difficult. I've never risked failure. I've never built anything worthwhile. I've never taken a leap of faith. In fact, my greatest accomplishment is keeping people small, safe, and stuck. But I'm here to tell you, don't try anything new. Don't take that opportunity. Don't chase that dream. It's too risky. You might fail. Stay right where you are. And what do? We applaud. We nod. We say, yes, Fear, you're right. I won't try. Come on, if Fear handed you a resume, it would be blank. And yet you let it sit at the head of your decision-making table like it's the CEO of your life. Here's the truth. Fear is a fraud, a loud, persuasive fraud. It talks a big game, but backs it up with absolutely nothing. It convinces you that comfort is king, while robbing you of every opportunity that could change your life. So why are you still listening to it? Fire Fear, you're the boss now? You think I got lucky? No. I failed so many times before Alibaba. KFC rejected me. Police Academy rejected me. Harvard rejected me 10 times. I risked rejection so many times I started to think it was my hobby. But I kept going. I told myself, Jack, maybe they are right. You're not fit for their system, but maybe you're meant to build your own. And I did. Rich people are not superheroes. They are survivors. They took risks. They failed. They cried. They laughed. Then they stood up again. And that can be you. So what now? What should you do? Here's a simple plan. Take a small risk today. Start a blog, sell one product, apply for a loan, pitch your idea. One small risk, read more. Poor people fear learning because it exposes their ignorance. Rich people embrace learning because it feeds their power. Surround yourself with risk takers. If all your friends are scared of life, you will become their chief of fear. Hang out with dreamers. It's contagious. Talk to your fears. Say, thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm moving forward anyway. Celebrate your courage, not results, courage. If you take the risk, you win already. If I could summarize everything I've said into one sentence, it's this. Fear makes you a prisoner. Risk makes you a pioneer. Don't be the person who dies with their dreams still in them. Be the person who tried, failed, learned, laughed, and succeeded. You don't need to be fearless to succeed. You just need to fear less. Take the risk. Thank you.